Hey everybody, it's Aaron Norris. It is July 1st. It's Friday. This is episode 311. And realtors, are baby boomers deciding to rent or buy on their next house? That and much more as we cover the biggest headlines in real estate. Don't miss the radio show and podcast this week. We've got Ray Brewer. He is the HUD Field Office Director. Ray shares about the housing voucher program and how to apply, the percentage of HUD's business connected to rental assistance versus home ownership, and HUD's Veteran Homelessness Initiative, that and much more on the podcast and radio. Freddie Mac reported a strong decrease in mortgage rates post-Brexit news, with 30-year rates now at 3.48% and 15-year rates at 2.78%. The National Association of Realtors reported a 3.7% decrease in pending home sales, and that's their first decrease in 2 years. Case-Shiller reported a 5% increase in home prices, and Zillow reported much of the same, 5.4% increase. However, they stated that starter homes were up 8% compared to higher-end homes, which is pretty interesting. A survey from First American shows their real estate sentiment index up 17.3%, so apparently people are feeling really good about real estate. The U.S. currently leads the world in hotel construction with almost 4,500 planned nationwide. New York City alone has 187 projects, which is interesting because of all the grief with Airbnb, some feeling like it was going to be too much competition, but apparently we need a lot more beds. Houston, Dallas, LA, and Nashville round out the top 5 spots where hotels are being built. LA alone also has 94 projects going on. As more and more real estate pros look outside California for cash flow, keep an eye out for weird regulation and legislation that could drastically change your valuation of rentals. One such piece of legislation happened back in 2012 called the Biggert Waters Flood Insurance Reform Act. Enacted in 2012, the aim was to place the National Flood Insurance Program on solid footing after it almost became insolvent. NFIP falls under FEMA with the goal of helping communities adopt floodplain management controls and regulations, as well as offering affordable insurance to mitigate socioeconomic risks during times of disaster like Hurricane Katrina. Well, the 2012 rule caused rates to explode in some areas in Florida and Louisiana. In some cases, homeowners went from paying around $400 a month to $13,000, which of course completely changes affordability rates, and really, why would you want to own a home at that rate? So the issue was resolved quickly back then, but it's up for renewal in 2017, and so you'll want to keep an eye out on that. Lack of new subdivision creations may not be the only thing holding back new construction these days. The National Association of Home Builders reported that single-family builders are having a really hard time finding skilled laborers and subcontractors. Builders reported a shortage went from 21% reporting out in 2012 to now at 56%, with carpentry, framers, and bricklayers rounding out the top 3 categories with shortages. FHA is continuing to sell off distressed loans via its Distressed Asset Stabilization Program. However, changes are afoot because they're getting a ton of flack for what some people are calling the big Wall Street giveaway, because some of the purchasers buying these notes are the same hedge funds and banks that caused the problem to begin with, and some have settled multi-million-dollar lawsuits with the government, so it does seem a little wrong. Some of the enhancements coming their way include principal reduction, payment shock protection, walkaway prohibitions, and alternative bidding for nonprofit buyers. So it'll be interesting to see if some of that is retroactive. So if I bought a note pool, is FHA saying like, oh hey, by the way, new rules apply? I don't know. Freddie Mac interviewed 6,000 baby boomer homeowners and renters to question whether they wanted to rent or own in their next sort of phase of life. The survey showed 51% of homeowners preferred to rent over owning. 71% of homeowners and 83% of renters said their next move would cost the same or less, meaning downsizing is sort of a big deal and on the to-do list for the next property. So affordability is not the only issue. They don't want to deal with repairs, and walkable community is some of the things that these baby boomers are reporting. So for landlords out there, this could be a huge opportunity for you. And if you're looking to buy properties, maybe some marketing benefits that you can be incorporating, if you know who you're marketing to, might include some of these baby boomers. So this question is really for realtors. If you're dealing in the baby boomer market, are you seeing in your market baby boomers choosing to go into renting? I don't feel like I'm seeing that a ton in California, but you tell me. If you're on YouTube, please leave a comment below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a beat. If you're on Facebook, please don't forget to not only like the Norris Group page, but don't forget to add us to your See First list and with notifications on. Leave your comments below the video, and if we miss something, share the story on our comment sections on either YouTube or Facebook, and we'll make sure to include it on our blog at thenorrisgroup.com/blog. Upcoming events including July 12th, we'll be doing Stay Put, Cash Out, or Change Seats in LA. July 13th, I'll be up in Sacramento doing marketing trends with NorCal RIA. July 21st, I'll be back at it in Pasadena at Pasadena Phoebe. The 21st, we'll be back at it, Stay Put, Cash Out, or Change Seats with Invest Club for Women. Followed up on the 28th, doing the same talk but in the Glendale area with Robert Hall Associates and Invest Club for Women. For all the events and our blog, check out thenorrisgroup.com. But if you'd like more information on hard money lending, including buy and hold, fix and flip, and new construction starting at just 6.9%, check out thenorrisgroup.com. Or if you're more interested on the passive side, investing with trust deeds, check out T&G Trust Deeds. With that, have a fantastic July 4th weekend, and we'll see you next week.